Hello again and welcome to the Ford Fiesta. A petrol-powered beast. I can't wait to get on with this. This is the one review I've been looking forward to for quite some time. This is like taking a burden off your shoulders for ages reviewing this car. After reviewing countless of electric cars, some better than others, some with more beeps than others, every goddamn time, some with more safety systems than others, and some with more self-driving capabilities. I always wondered how these cars stack up against the old school formula, a truly hot hatch. You know the formula? Lightweight, a bit of power, and sublime cornering capability. So let's get started. Despite its cute appearance here from the front, this is not an economical, sensible car from Ford. Do you see this logo here? This says ST, and these two letters are making the normal Fiesta a bit of an animal. When you poke around in the details of this car, you will find Ford Performance all around the car. For example, down here it says Ford Performance. In the door sills it says Ford Performance. And in the tight sport seats it even says Ford Performance. What the hell are we waiting for? Hello and welcome to the inside of the 2023 Ford Fiesta ST. With a manual transmission. What a beautiful thing. Good God, I miss changing gears. I just changed gear now for the hell of it. Doesn't make any practical sense, but the thing you do when you have a manual transmission. For those who wonders, this is a 6-speed manual transmission powered by the 1.5 liter turbocharged 3-cylinder engine from the Ford here. And that makes this engine displacement smaller than the current days Formula 1 cars. It's utter witchcraft that you can get this much power out of it. How the fuck is it even possible? It might be small, but it puts out 200 horsepower and 320 Newton meter of torque, and you can feel it. It goes from 0 to 100 in plus 6 seconds, but that doesn't matter. It's sublime around the corners. With a handbrake. This is good. This is so good. Listen to the turbo whistle. This engine just got a new turbo, and this turbo is even more responsive, and that makes for good power. You will find that power from all down in the rev range, so when you're at 2000, pretty good power. You just want to break the speed limit with this car. I can't help myself. Just the way this car eats up corners is absolutely addicting. It's so nice just hearing an engine. For God's sake, I miss those in the electric cars. From the start you can hear a bit of turbo whistling in the 2 to 3 to 4,000 RPM. Listen. I love it. And then you can hear some burbles from like above 4,000. So refreshing. Sublime. This is absolutely addicting. The instruments you will find up here are absolutely brilliant. They will only tell you the information you need, what mode you're in, if your traction control is on and off, what gear you're in, your RPM, and your speed, and maybe your oil temperature. You know what's the best thing about this infotainment system and this instrument cluster up here? Is that there are no beeps, no sounds, no pedestrian warnings, no speed limit warnings. That means you can just put your attention into driving, heel toe down to second, up to third again, back to fourth. The economic says right now I'm going like 5 kilometers per liter. That's sort of good, isn't it? Let me just point your attention to the beautiful thing here in the middle. And no, this is not your mom's toy. This is, there's no other way to say it. This is an old school handbrake. I don't know if you have come across one of these before, but how it works, simply, if it's in the down position, it will not do anything. But if you pull it up, the wheels will lock up. This is truly a lost relic. A lost love, I would say. Absolutely beautiful to find this in a 2023 car, especially from Ford. And as men, we all know there's nothing that turns on a girl more than a well-executed handbrake turn. Who would imagine? Just the smell. It's phenomenal. And we all know this is straight connected to the girl's brain, and it will quite simply just turn them on. Just pulling this whenever. Feeling so manly. It's a goddamn good feeling. Something that's new here in the Fiesta is the modes. An old Fiesta has never had modes, but this being 2023, even your vacuum cleaner have a sport mode. So obviously the Fiesta here also have the modes. There's actually a shortcut here on the steering wheel, very nice, to the sport mode. So if you push the ST symbol here, it will go directly from the mode you're currently in into sport mode. But you can also choose the mode button here, which will start you off in the eco mode, which is the most useless thing ever, straight on to the normal mode. And the normal mode is for the one time you bring your boring colleague from or to work. Let's go straight on into sport mode. And that's where you feel that everything tightens up, more response of the accelerator. You hear a bit more noise from the back. This little 3-cylinder becomes a bit of a beast. And if you accidentally find yourself in the eco mode, God forbid, or in the normal mode, if you have driven your boring colleagues from and to work, you can always push the S here on the steering wheel and you'll pop the car straight back into the sport mode and the car comes alive again. But even more brilliant is the ability to go from sport mode into track mode. And the track mode means, of course, traction control, and the ESC system is off. So that means you can, yeah, you know what that means. And this mode could quite possibly give you an erection, so be aware. Old school with the prop here. Kinda like it. So what do we got here? This magnificent 3-cylinder is putting out these 200 brake horsepower. Absolutely witchcraft. It could be that this engine is more miles per mile than anything, but it's also quite clever. Let's say you're tooling around with your mom-in-law. This engine will shut off one of its cylinders, so it will end up saving you on the refueling part. Which makes this engine quite possibly more clean than your washing machine. Despite this car looking quite cute from the front, I don't mind it too much. But I even like the rear here more. You got this a bit aggressive spoiler up here. Then you got these 3D, almost modeled rear taillights, looking quite cool. But my favorite part is the green colored diffuser down here, where we got these exhaust pipes also cut in a vertical manner here, which looks very aggressive. This rattle though is not too promising. Guess normal wear and tear for a hot hatch, or a press car hot hatch. Ford has not skipped out on the sporty part either. If you look here on the steering wheel, you will find a sporty steering wheel here in leather with a flat bottom. More to the sportiness, you will find these Ford Performance seats. They are actually, very nice and comfortable. And there are Ford details everywhere. Like when you power up the car, it says ST and Ford Performance on the screen. And this metal little thing down here, the gear knob, such a beauty here. It just screams, go do something. What an exquisite taste Ford has got here in the Fiesta. The carbon fiber is fake, but well, as you can see, this is overall a brilliant piece of kit. And maybe the screen up here isn't the nearest and best in the business. And maybe there are also more space in competitors' cars. This fake carbon fiber is also a bit tacky. And the phone charger up here is a bit useless since it's hard to get a charge out of it and also grills your phone half of the time. And more to that, there's a lot of plastic in the car. To be honest, all these things doesn't bother me too much. The Fiesta here is like an old mate you haven't seen in a while. Someone you would like to go to a party with from time to time. This car is very much like an old friend, but unfortunately nothing lasts forever. And the Fiesta is right now on the chopping block, and that means it's going out of production. And that's actually very sad. This is one of the cars from Ford that actually has some history. You must say that the Fiestas and the Fiesta range always was a fun little car. And this is the last one, and this is the swan song. This is a beautiful car. Manual transmission, manual handbrake, a potent little 3-cylinder engine. Nothing beat this, the old school formula. Ford's production facility of the Fiesta have been swapped out with a production facility that produces electric cars. And with that, we can officially say that the Fiesta is dead. That makes me kind of sad, actually. The thing Ford did here with the Fiesta, I think that's the part I love the most. They didn't went mayhem with the Fiesta. They didn't give it 400 brake horsepower or made it crazy expensive like a Mercedes A45. It's just the perfect amount. 200 horsepower, lightweight, and about 1400 kilos, and a manual transmission. Perfect.